Did you know that the Black Business Association of Oregon is here to help Black-owned businesses thrive?
They are now offering grants, access to capital programs, and direct technical assistance for Portland-based businesses.
Applications are open from October 1st to October 31st, so don't wait.
To apply for the grants and learn more about their programming, visit bbaoregon.org. That's bbaoregon.org.
This opportunity was made possible by Prosper Portland.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, did MJ say we're calling this again? Oh, right. No, I got it. I know we're live. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Live. In person, live Raw.
Hey. We are here. Welcome back to News with My Fiance, Raw Live Election Special with Morgan Jones and myself, DJ Ambush. Hey. We're reporting live from a 5-alarm fire that is downtown Portland. Thank you for joining us. We hella appreciate you. Be a part of the text chat, fam squad. Join that conversation in the chat.
Morgan Reed. Oh, big shout out to our studio sponsors, We Out Here Magazine and Spirited Justice, for providing us this dope space on this beautiful Tuesday.
Yes.
It's not Monday. Shout out to our production team, Kyle G, Resident Audio, Jess M, making sure this show happens each and every Monday, although it's Tuesday. And of course, shout out to all of you watching and listening. Stay engaged with us. Before we get started, fiancés, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and ring that mother-flubbing bell.
Ding dong.
So that the algorithm notices us. Become a member over at patreon.com/newswithmyfiance to support our expanding show. So we can keep getting smarter, better, faster, stronger, and so we can spend some more time with you.
I do be doing push-ups.
Hey!
Psych.
Press them up for it.
What are we doing? What exactly is happening?
We are being studious. On time.
You started without us.
No.
We just cut that
No,
in?
we didn't.
My wristwatch.
Literally started without us.
TikToks.
TikTok,
Are you guys on Pacific Standard Time?
Yeah, okay.
Are you, is this?
Pacific Standard Time.
Get out. Where you have to
Move on over.
go. She just said specific standard time, and I'm...
The specifics.
Wait, are you in a costume change already?
What?
Oh, I was like, you in a costume change?
My water.
No. Are you guys? Are we shotting later?
Yeah, right back in.
Oh, we're right back.
Oh, did you get the shot?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, they're right here.
I have them. I got a thing on my shirt hole. Well, it was actually a jacket on the chair, but lying down.
Oh yeah.
Whew. All right. Listen, we're back in.
Should we pour these first?
We can do that on camera.
Okay.
How do I?
What do you
Need
need
to
it?
do.
Well, my torso is a little. I can
Okay.
do this. Hey there, hi there, ho
No,
there.
You have Kyle.
Dog it, Kyle.
For the ranked choice voting poster,
Mm-hmm.
what were the names you wanted in 1 and 2?
So Morgan and Ambush, of course.
Nice.
Your
And-
mom?
We could add your mom in there.
Definitely had your mom.
I just meant it to say your
She's
mom, not
Lily,
your mom's name.
Lily.
Oh, Liley?
Nope, just Lily.
I heard that from.
You want to be Jan Combs? You want to be Jan?
Mute mics, but
Can
cut our
Jones?
cameras back on.
That's a great.
That's a great question, ain't it?
Canathan?
We'll just go Can Jones. We'll keep it.
K-A-N.
Jones.
Sounds good.
J-O-N-E-S.
J-O-N-E-S.
I I guess I should have thought that out. It's a lot,
You know.
lot of letters.
Yeah, you know.
Can works fine by itself.
I'm gonna pass
is
out
this
shot
feels
glasses.
like
I
home.
think.
Good.
This feels like home. Like,
Good.
it's back together.
Hey, Kyle, could you grab the gin that's in that tote? Sorry, I just don't tequila. Oh my God!
Wow.
What are you
Wow.
doing here?
Wow.
Thank you. Now did you go in tonight? Okay. Sit down there, though.
Yeah.
Well, get them up now. No.
Huh? Oh yeah, we can go now.
Yeah.
Same
And-
camera?
Yeah, and Jess
Okay.
is gonna. He'll let you know when it's not.
You know, it's I guess it's great to have you guys joining us today.
You
After
guess?
the attempt to hijack the show. I'm not sure if that was what we discussed.
No, that was, making sure that things were in a flow already.
Yes.
It's priming the pump.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Also.
It's batty shot o'clock.
Okay.
Oh.
Slow down. Wow.
We're,
Whoa.
we're starting
Wow.
out in the way that we are supposed to.
Oh.
So we're gonna hand you that. We're gonna hand you that.
We're gonna. I think it's important that we do check security protocols to figure out how that happened.
Which part?
The show getting hijacked.
Wow.
I understand we're just moving on
You
from
are
that. but-
focused on the wrong thing.
Oh, am
right
I?
now, maybe.
Oh, am I?
This is
So
what
wrong,
what
man.
happens when you don't grow up on E40.
Absolutely.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
is.
Oh.
See?
Okay. I
You
get
out
it now.
here
We too
now.
slick on our toes. We too tight.
You out here now. Okay? What I heard is get your act together, Ambush.
Apologies.
For you.
Why don't I have lemons?
Well, no,
Would you like
don't
limes?
have this one.
I
Limes?
love a limes.
But
Here.
but do pour me a stiffy.
Would you like a lime
Yes.
too?
No, I gave him one.
And then you can
For you.
pass
You
that
don't.
on to
Okay.
her.
You do.
Okay.
I'll be
Anyone
fine.
else wants limes around there? It's just
Do
me
you want a
making
lime?
No.
It's just me
No.
making a big deal about it?
No.
Wow.
Hey man,
Per
you know,
use.
we're just doing what we can with what we have.
With what we have.
All right.
Making a big
There we
deal.
go. There we
per
go.
usual.
Back in the chain gang.
All right, so we have two of the most special guests, most specialist guests,
Capitals.
specifically my family. To my left, we have one. Am I calling you Lily? Do we do a last name yet? Are we just are you Cher, just a one name?
I am a one-namer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet Lily.
Thought you was a one namer.
Yeah, you're definitely a one namer.
That.
You only need one when you're this great.
I mean,
Wow.
no, Lily,
Dead air.
don't.
Look at.
I missed it.
I was trying to.
What happened? What did I miss?
Okay.
What's going
You
on?
She was trying to be Segway Queen.
I really was,
That
and then
was it.
Lily stepped on it. That's what it is sometimes. And then we have, to my right, one only, Can Jones.
Hey.
Tonight, please do refer to him only as Kennethan Rather, because what we are doing is
Yes.
The
Can
news.
Rather.
the news.
This is great.
So Can Rather is here with us.
Oh, man.
And it's time to imbibe because this is a special. We're at work, but we're drinking at work. Yes,
You didn't introduce your fiance.
I didn't need to.
Oh,
It's
cool.
also his show.
We be here.
I didn't introduce myself. Like, they know
All
us.
right.
Said, I never really seen you around this building.
Never seen you before. I'm Morgan. He's Ambush.
Bam.
Batty shot o'clock.
Oh.
Cheers to a mediocre
had.
election night. Yeah? Yeah.
Damn it.
A time was had by all.
Ooh, what a time to be live.
Yes, said the Lord.
Oh.
You loved it. Mm-hmm.
All right. Woo.
Oh,
Shots at
Ambush
Jenner. Crack.
almost loved it.
I loved it all.
It was close.
Great. It's great.
If
So,
anybody
what-
is wondering at this very second, I just want to say that what is it called? The Red Mirage is currently happening right in this very moment. We got 37 million votes for one Kamala Harris.
It was
A
like-
little bit more
It
for
was 42.
Okay, thank you. 42 million for one Donald John Trump, otherwise known as Trumpelstiltskin. This is what happened previously. This is what happens in elections. Period, point blank, this is what happens. Here in Oregon, where we vote by mail since I was able to vote.
Yeah, me too.
It's the only way I have voted here. Thank you. I wonder what was so funny about that. So funny that you had to put your head down.
I'm gonna wait to derail. I'm just.
Ooh.
That's like not even, it's gonna be worse then.
There was a great thing being said. I didn't want to step on it.
We have
I
time.
appreciate it.
We have time in the show.
Where I was going is I've only ever voted by mail, right? And we know what that looks like here because we have voted by mail. We know how they respond. And by that, I mean, we know people will be throwing that ballot in at 7:59, getting in before the lock.
Usually me.
Usually me. Usually Lily. So the West Coast is gonna, the numbers that are being reported are Midwest, the East Coast, and parts of the South.
Right.
You have almost none of the West Coast being reported, right?
That's all
Because
great.
we are over here. It's super early. It's 7 o'clock
On the drop. I'm in my
it's also that. And we are
I did cruise the street on the way here.
cruising the election. Huh? So right now, what it looks like is this, major Republican lead. And I want all of us to keep in mind, this always happens. It happens every single election. There is zero reason for you to be losing your mind.
Thank you.
There's zero reason for you to be going, Texas. I mean, Texas is red, baby. That's what happens. I still can't figure it out. They haven't gotten anything good for what they still don't have power when they need it, and they still don't. But we're going to keep voting for the people that don't do anything, I think.
I appreciate your words of wisdom and solace in this moment.
She had
Because-
an hour-long session with BetterHelp earlier
Oh.
Okay.
to help.
HIPAA laws don't exist anymore?
No.
Well, she's not in the medical
I'm not
community.
sharing the session. I'm
Yeah.
just. They were guiding her on how to keep us calm tonight.
Okay. Well, it's working because I was a little stressed. And to
Watching
be honest,
those electorals tick
Are
up.
you still?
Jesus. No, I'm feeling a little bit better. It's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, just a little.
I'm not loving these Senate race numbers. I'm going to be honest about that. Okay. Let's take a second. Path to 270. It is not looking good for Harris in this moment.
Okay.
Lily, that's a 207 to 90.
One.
Okay.
I already told you I'm stressed. So
I
I'm
feel like
gonna-
we said the same thing.
Cannot round
So-
down.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm saying.
The path is to 270, Lily. It's
Yeah.
not to like 103.
No,
What is
fair.
it? Okay. Can we pause for a second? What does this mean though? And I don't mean like what does this mean?
Nothing. Oh,
Though you said that.
what's the real question?
For it to be this lopsided so early, right?
Yeah.
Is there anyone at the table right now that's like, oh my God, we're about to get a Trump presidency and you're like going through any of the motions?
No.
Not me.
Okay, so it is really just me stressed.
This is
All right.
this is what the map looks like now. Look at all of the states that have not reported,
Yeah,
right?
a lot of the West Coast.
So, to be completely fair, there's a lot of red on the map, right? But that's like it. They're not going to get a whole bunch more. So what you know for certain is that Trump has been running for president for 18 years.
Right.
And within that, he has like gotten people to believe that mail-in ballots are fake and then was like, mail your ballot in. Right? So also he has always voted by mail-in ballot because
Right.
he doesn't live in the state that he votes in.
Right.
Well, that's strange.
or super normal.
Well, for sure.
And you can do that, and it's not fake. It doesn't mean you didn't vote. It doesn't mean you voted twice. It doesn't mean that it's literally just the way that people vote that aren't in the state that they vote in.
Right.
So this doesn't scare me into, and like, it's 10:30 over there. It's 10:30 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Okay.
It's 7:30. Our polls haven't closed.
That was what,
Yeah.
Okay.
Parking
Like
kitty
this
just
means,
started
like
charging.
at the moment,
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
and maybe for next the 4 years from now, when we do another election coverage of a presidential election, maybe we don't start until 9. And I only say that, sorry, production team. But I say that in the way that it's like our polls haven't closed. There's not a lot we can talk about that yet. So do keep in mind, there are so many votes that have not been counted. Lots of not great turnout has been the talk, right? Like it's been, and especially here, like I think Multnomah County was at like 40% in a, like, when we're normally at 68 or something.
There are definitely factors that play into that.
Indeed.
For Multnomah County.
What,
Do you wanna share?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so Multnomah County for the first time is doing ranked choice voting, and that is scary to some. And really, it's just new, right?
Yeah.
So I think that people are taking a longer time.
Yeah.
Where usually, you know, if your norm is not ranked choice, you've got all of your average citizens going in and busting it out. It takes 15 or 20 minutes to fill out your ballot.
Right.
Well, I don't
can't
know.
relate, but I understand. I understand the point.
Right.
Can't relate to the.
It does not take me very long, right? I opened my ballot envelope this go round and was like, ooh.
There's just so much more stuff.
So, I mean, it felt exponentially larger than the norm.
Did anybody happen to see the woman that used to be a Portland City Council member say that, oh, this ballot is just too confusing. Just skip the Portland stuff.
No, what?
Fam said skip the Portland stuff.
What her name is?
I just
That's
absolutely
wild.
knew you were going to ask me
That
that.
is
And
absurd.
one would
That
think I'd
is
be
wild.
prepared for the
No.
things.
Well, absurd and not, because even the current iteration of city council members do not want this change.
That's true.
So I can only imagine that the past might be feeling some sort of way too. Or
Which would you though? As the past, baby, you ain't even close to running. Like have you not moved on?
well, I would hope. Or maybe
But
it's
if you live in
further
Portland-
proof in the pudding that Portland doesn't have 12 people
Oh,
Right.
smart enough
Renee was talking that shit.
to be on city council.
I will
qualified
actually-
enough.
What bag Renee was in?
Oh, so that's what he said.
Oh.
He was against Rachel. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm taking all the talking time.
He was basically saying that he was against the charter reform to get us to ranked choice voting. And one of the reasons he said, like, for people to actually hear, like, wasn't like in secret or wasn't like a text message that got exposed. There aren't 12 people smart enough to do the job.
He
So-
said that in American English.
He said it in ESL. He said it in Espanol.
What?
No, I'm just joking.
No.
I don't even know that
Yeah.
he speaks Spanish.
That's it.
He
So
probably
it was both ranked choice, right? He doesn't want that.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want ranked
But
choice.
he didn't want the new iteration of city council.
City council, yeah.
12 people on city council is just too complicated. Not going to be able to figure it out. And then he was like, there's just not 12 of you qualified out
Competent
here.
enough to
Y'all don't
live
even
it.
know how to read. You know? So like
and then he
you
ran
want a
for mayor.
job, but you can't read.
And then he ran for mayor.
And then
that's crazy.
He said that while running for mayor.
That's a wild man there.
Like the insanity that is Renee Gonzalez. Like if this, I'm gonna tell you now, Portland. If this motherfucker becomes the mayor, it's not the table getting flipped. I'm coming to flip you.
No.
Because you are probably extra proud that you voted for that dummy. And like, so we're going to have words about it. This is like, because you weren't supposed to rank him in the first fucking place. So if you voted for him for real, big beef.
Yeah,
like
wow.
the beef is big, and we'll have to talk about it. This is a person who has done nothing but lie, right? Has done nothing but lie and nothing but obstruct. So I want to take you from this smaller piece of power and put you in a bigger piece of power, bitch. Not even a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. So like, like that is a thing that's gonna make me incredibly upset if we see some numbers start coming in and it looked like Renee got action. I really feel like we are on one accord. We were not supposed to rank Renee,
No.
so we
At
did
all.
not rank Renee.
He was not ranked.
Hopefully y'all didn't rank Mingus dumbass either.
Ugh.
Like what we're not doing is more bootlicking cop behavior. Nobody needs that for the mayor. Like nobody needs it. Renee is like, please take all of the money from one place and just give it back to the police. And actually, while you're at it, let's take a little bit more money from someplace and give it to Portland Fire.
Right.
I am not mad at first responders getting paid for any of for their job. Like, yes. Do we need to defund other services in order to give y'all overtime? I think that like wasn't the point. The point of like Portland Street Response or any other non-authoritarian presence in safety is about like they just can't do it. They want no parts. And it really, the entire point of it is to keep the police out of a thing that they don't know how to do. Keep fire out of the things that they shouldn't have to do. Right? Keep an EMT out of a thing that they shouldn't have to do. The entire point is to alleviate the system, not add to it. So this dummy is like, you know what I'm gonna do? Ruin Portland Street Response and then make the Portland Fire team work extra overtime and make them be the ones that go do the shit. In what regard does it, like, who signed up for it? Who signed up for it? I'd love to know. Actually.
You.
Get in the chat if you could send me a DM.
You keep
Explain
looking for
to me-
logic and crazy though, right? Like the system in general.
Bars.
Yeah, bars. Nah, bars. 100% bars. 100% bars.
Yeah, no, the system
100%
in
bars.
general was not built for
Any of the things that we're saying?
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, get smart.
So, no, those guys are never going to be serious. They're never going to be serious about making Portland or Oregon or our country in general a place that is livable, desirable to everyone.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
we have to, we need them to not be in it so we can have some hope of a new trajectory. if you
Are there any like up and comings like that y'all are able to see?
Yes.
Yeah.
As in up and coming to be a mayor later?
Yes. Coming through
Yeah.
that process. Yeah.
I think so. I think Candace Avalos would make an amazing
Shout out
mayor
Candace.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy.
once she decides that's what she wants to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first step, city council.
Right.
Yeah, knock it out the park.
Same thing for Angelita. I think Angelita will make an incredible
Yep.
mayor.
Okay.
Anybody who has policy in the like that really understands how the government works today
Yeah.
and is like it doesn't actually work, so we have to do other things.
Yeah.
Those two women very specifically have been working within government for long enough to know, one, and I don't know this, I don't know if either one of them was like, I can change it from the inside.
Yeah.
Unsure. If they thought that, they now know they can't do it from the positions that they're in, right? And so I think that either one of them, with the experience that they have working within government and knowing how it works and knowing how the politics of even just the office politics,
Okay.
not just the actual outward politics, either one of them would be incredible.
Yeah.
Now, that's
Yeah.
2 Latina women. One of them is a Black Latina.
Yeah.
This is Portland. We're going to have to be all the way for real.
Tricky dance moves.
Right. Those are some tricky dance moves.
Yeah.
But Angelita got a hella hate for being young,
Yeah.
Yo.
which to me is like, imagine fucking that. A person who has had nothing but policy experience,
Yeah.
like their big jobs,
Yeah.
have just been working for the people. I don't care how old you are if you've been doing it for a
Right.
certain amount of time, right? And that you understand, again, the politics and how it works and how you are able to navigate.
Yeah.
She ain't had no fake job.
No. No.
Some of us have had to deal with that. Others at this
Others,
table.
You know, real jobs the whole time. You know, I'm familiar with fake jobs. You know,
Well, I think one thing that's also super exciting about those 2 people that you just talked about is not only are they wildly intelligent, super steeped in real jobs.
yeah.
So freaking funny.
Well, I'll tell you, you've missed a thing, but
Oh, I missed the whole last thing.
no, it's old.
It's not that old. I mean, yeah, but
New
I didn't
knowledge.
even mean to
say
say
it.
old. What I meant to say is it wasn't tonight. Like, it didn't happen just now, is what I was trying to say. So you didn't miss anything.
it was an interesting
In the-
framing, though.
I was on the outside of an inside joke. Is
That's
that where
exactly
we're
That's
going?
what happened.
Okay,
That's what happened.
okay.
That's
Yes,
what
you
happened.
can thank
But we're gonna bring
Ambush.
you inside.
Well,
we're gonna
I
bring
would
you
love.
inside
Thank Ambush for bringing you to the inside of.
of News of My Fiance.
Do I get to finish my point before
Yes,
I'm let in the
absolutely.
door?
If you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
remember it.
Well,
We'll leave it cracked. We'll leave the light on
I'm
for
not
you.
ancient. Just not you. Well, to be fair, you slipped in with a little.
Okay, we don't need to be fair. You can just finish. Just go ahead and finish your point. We don't need to be fair. You know, like, we ain't looking for objectivity in this moment. You just go ahead and you do the thing that you said you were here to say. I don't know why we need to do more than that.
Back to Candace and Angelita.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
So, wildly intelligent, have big girl jobs, is
Yeah.
that's what we're going
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Just big jobs.
Sorry,
Real
big
jobs,
jobs,
yeah.
real jobs.
There we go.
But they're also diverse. They both know how to social media.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they're
That
younger.
was
They're
so
up to
intimidating to all the old heads that are that were running for Portland City Council, because they do not. Right?
Right.
They have no idea. They see
Right.
Angelita come in with, I can't even remember, but it was like a Twitter or a TikTok following of like over 3,000. Was it
Yeah.
30,000?
Just
It was like
third.
Just offer it.
She's just
like
killing
the,
it. Just killing
entering
it.
said race had a platform, right?
Listen,
And
baby been doing it on TikTok and
Yeah.
they're giving
Yes.
us policy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yes,
explaining it to us in a way where like we're 5.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I can't mess that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, why aren't we doing that?
Yeah.
So she's been doing that. Sorry, Dave.
no. So it was interesting to hear feedback from other people that were running. Your face is absolutely killing me tonight. Anyway, people who we expected to run for all of these various districts,
Right.
saying really atrocious things like, I don't know why these young kids are running. We need an adult in the room.
Right.
Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
These are 30
A,
plus.
adults.
They
Okay,
said,
right?
They said the same thing when
And
AJ
Angelita
ran.
might be 20.
Yeah,
They said the same thing when AJ
Absolutely.
ran.
20.
ridiculous.
I didn't mean to say 20.
Like, you're
I mean,
terrified of anybody who doesn't have their home paid off and a
Right.
rental.
I mean, isn't this what you want? Civic engagement from the youth?
she said,
I
if you're
Isn't this
not
what
a
you want?
landlord, are you a
Which-
person?
Lead me to what age does AARP start sending those mailers? out?
I prefer not to. If we could not discuss that,
I
that'd be
think for
cool.
men, it might be when the gray starts in the beard.
Well,
I still ain't got mine.
Bless you.
It just
I've
might
been-
be at a different
I
address.
have been. I have been
got sent.
receiving them.
You've been
I've
art?
been ARP for like the last 2 fucking years.
Do you know how
man.
close to 50 that man is?
I thought that like
He's
started
Slow down.
at 50 though.
He on
No,
his
no,
way.
they
But
got
I-
a head start on me.
Yo, I don't think John's been ARPed yet.
And he is it.
Yo, he's in.
And
the
they're
50s.
aggressive.
This is crazy.
They're aggressive with their
Yikes.
mailings.
When do you start getting a
crazy.
senior discount?
It depends on where, but it's usually 60 plus. no 50-year-old is like, make me a senior, even for the discount.
I'm disinterested.
You don't want that. You don't want the $3 off the Grand Slam yet.
I'm
I'm
gonna start using Beijing. I'm not ready for this shit.
You're not. No.
Just draw it.
But do it like in the shorty low. You gotta.
Thank you for coming, Ken. It's been so fun. I know that you have somewhere else to be, and you have to leave here right now.
Right here, Beijing.
With a part though, like it got the little. A forehead part is insane.
I'm gonna be honest. Here I am, my entire life thinking, I'm not this shallow broad. Yes, the fuck I am. What I won't do is a forehead, none of this.
I understand.
So it's not happening.
Do you?
Yeah. What I would respond
I'm just saying,
with.
you gonna be alone or not?
What I would respond with is
Whoa.
see it, then make a determination.
Pass
You know? Don't jump to any guns.
I'm gonna tell you this. Made a decision.
Sight unseen.
That.
Done. It's a no for me, dog.
All right.
Like, just
We'll work on it. So, anyways, outside of just election coverage, both nationally and locally, we will be discussing
A few other things.
Portland officials how they prepared for possible unrest downtown. So, if you've been downtown lately,
Jan 6.
They've been boarding up windows and all
Portland.
that good stuff, and
Downtown.
preparing for the civil unrest.
Let me say it again. November 6th.
Good. That's where my brain was going.
Downtown.
November 6th.
Multnomah County Courthouse.
That was a clear black night.
Why are you like this? It's all about to happen, is all I'm saying.
What I will say is, hopping off
LARPing
the
militia.
freeway when I crossed over the bridge, it was definitely the trio of motorcycle cops sitting. I was like, oh, and then seeing the boarded up windows.
Hard
like,
pass.
oh, y'all ready?
Our production crew did say they spotted a bunch of the big trucks with the flags.
Oh.
Big trucks with the flags.
Oh, so they about to do.
Yeah, and also
Here in the city?
yeah. One of the other things I'm very happy to discuss tonight, because we have Can of I Technically Can with us.
Oh.
The AI aficionado.
Hey.
I'm not sure if you heard about
I
this
just
yet.
have computer parts on the desk.
Not even one.
He is actually with
should've
us
been building
via
a circuit
AI.
board.
Change out this CPU right quick. Go
I
ahead.
don't know nothing about a motherboard.
That's
Open
actually
AI.
not Can. That's an AI Can we're looking at tonight.
That's all right.
Okay. Shout out to Tupac.
Holograms. OpenAI is looking to switch over to a for-profit entity. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
very interested to hear your input on that
Yes.
when we jump to that particular topic. Also, there has been online discourse about women hiding their votes from their husbands.
Absolutely, I did that. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, well, we'll talk.
I just want to say that I cannot wait to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like that is
Yeah.
wow. That's gonna be great.
And then the last topic, and we might even just start with this: celebrity endorsements. Do they matter? Do they matter? I got a list of endorsements for Trump and Harris. It's interesting.
Okay, let's do
It's
that.
an interesting list.
An interesting
It's an
side by
interesting
side.
list.
Let's do that.
I'm ready to do that. I
Yeah.
do just want to say one thing, though.
Yes.
You forgot to mention that because Can and I are here,
Oh, right.
we have a full and complete, very solid newscast.
News desk.
It's true. It's true.
The news desk is full, everybody. I don't know if you noticed. This is the new News with My Fiance.
Yeah.
There are 2 fiancés and 2 non-fiancés. And what that means is we are a polyamorous group. That
Not weird,
does the news.
because we're related.
Well, no. We didn't need you to say that part, Lil.
I mean, people. There's a whole. Yo, anyone who's watching this,
It's off the chain, bro.
anyone who is watching this is well aware of.
Yeah, so
the
you
fact that
didn't.
we're identical.
Well, obviously, so we didn't need to say it. Was my point.
Oh,
Hilarious.
we should be more HBO in this.
You
and
know,
we don't state the obvious.
HBO, not SVU. Correct.
Fair.
We don't have to explain it. They know because they're big thinkers. We're not dealing with a whole bunch of libertarians over here. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm looking directly at you.
Hey.
Shout out to
And I feel really good about it.
shout out to the homie Aaron in the chat.
He's a libertarian?
Aaron, no. She said can.
Oh, Aaron!
Aaron, yes. Aaron said can is so unserious.
That is
That's his tagline.
That is a lie.
Oh,
I would agree.
I said tagline. He said a lie.
A whole lot.
Okay, well, I'm right and you're wrong.
This is serious in
Yeah.
all the
I'm
ways.
definitely right.
Believe Batman.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
So you out there, please
Believe Batman.
believe Batman.
Now,
Batman.
there's an audible I want to throw in here real quick.
No one asked for
Please.
those.
Is
Yes.
anyone on Robinhood? You guys doing any trading?
All the time.
Are you doing your thing? Trading? Anybody? Stocks? I got some leftover stocks over there.
Fuck capitalism?
You know?
Oh.
Did
My
you
name's
know?
Morgan. Fuck capitalism.
Did you know
No.
you could buy contracts and kind of wager on the election?
What do you mean
What do
contracts?
you mean contracts? Is it? Are these Diddy's NDAs?
So,
because
could
if
you
they
read that?
are,
Well,
I don't
did
want
he?
anything to do with
We'll
it.
let Ken read it on
Right.
camera. There we go.
Okay, Can will read on
Will Kamala Harris or Donald Trump win the 2024 presidential election?
What's the over or under?
Hold on. Get $1 for every contract you own if your candidate is certified in January, and nothing if they aren't. Or close your position before January 6th, 2025. This is a market, not voting. Additional fees apply. So what's interesting about that is
You did talking, and I still don't understand what we mean.
So what's interesting with that is that I was just hearing about one of the financial gurus, but a black one, saying that this whole betting system is going to be competing with your traditional stocks and bonds of people getting into, because now it's less about the way we used to wager on who wins, but there's so many other items in which we're working on where it's like this person's going to shoot this many shots. This person is.
Oh, right.
And now
the
we're just going
nuances.
to add gambling to the stock market in the way.
Well, isn't it?
Not so much in the stuff, but just how people are actually doing their investing. That's the route that it's going to go, where people are the same way we put aside money to go into these stocks and so on. This amount of our income is going to be put towards betting, because the return,
I'm listening.
I mean,
I stopped myself.
again, interesting. And then him showing that just made that feel a little
Okay,
bit more,
DraftKings,
for
we
real.
do see you. You
Yeah.
are everywhere. We get it. Please do not change the trajectory of how people spend money in the way that we're. Lily?
Nope. Not me. What? Yes, you did in front.
Hands up.
Too late.
Would you like your space phone back?
Take that car.
Did you want any shares?
Yes.
Right now, Kamala's going for 13 cents.
It's like
But
in
what's
between
a
12 and
contract?
13. 12 and 13. 12 and 13.
What does that mean?
See, I'm going to hit by Harris and get the details. Here.
Yes.
Okay. So, includes a 0.3 exchange spread. Okay, so
Okay,
right
now we're moving into territory
I'm
where
gonna,
this
gonna
is
put
Greek.
in, let's see, 100 for about 100 contracts.
I
at
wish you knew what
15
that
cents, At 15 cents,
I wish you knew what it meant.
the yield would be $100 if it pays out. But the cost to me would be $14.
Okay.
So I'd spend 14 and make 100.
Wait,
If
and we don't
she-
find out until January 6th?
Right.
Okay.
If she's certified in January 6th.
Well, good fucking
Yeah.
luck for that, okay? That dude already talking about they stole the election. It's not mine,
they're
but
on top
it
of that.
is.
Yeah.
So we're already like geared up. We're
Wait.
gearing up. What?
I just thought about something.
Was it 2000 when George W. also
Remember
stole
when
the
we thought
election?
that was wild?
That was wild.
Remember when I still think it's wild?
I hear that, but what was happening at that point versus what's
The
happening?
same fucking thing. And that's what's scary to me, Kennethan.
Maybe at that level, but I'm talking on the ground level.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I'm saying on the ground level of, the politics is going to be the politics, and yes, that affects the people, but the gang war that's going on between the red and blue, the outright, it used to be high school sports.
Right.
Okay.
Now we are gang territory in terms of
1000%.
red or blue. That wasn't that back then.
No.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. It's turned. It's definitely turned.
So I'm saying politics, I guess, aside of because based in politics, but thinking on the ground level is our everyday interactions. Yeah.
No, and you're right.
Yeah.
You're totally right. That particular election.
Yeah.
Where the thing I just want to make sure that we don't do is act like Trump is special, because Trump ain't the first to steal an election, not even in my lifetime. So like, and I'm not saying you said that. I'm just saying there are a lot of young people right now that are either voting for their first time or coming to their political awareness and don't understand that this is not unique.
Yeah.
There are unique moments within Trump, but this is not unique. George W. Bush stole an election with his brother, his homie who was the Secretary of State. They stole an election in front of us.
Yeah.
And we watched it, like we were too young to care, right? Or care is probably the wrong word, but.
Mine was definitely care.
Because you're the youngest at the table. So there you go.
Sweet baby Cam.
Correct.
I feel like it's like a barbecue rub now. Sweet baby Cam.
That absolutely is a barbecue rub.
Whoa.
It is sugar free. There is no high fructose corn syrup. I'm saying this correctly.
No, that's a different kind, Lily. It's fructose and it's fructose.
I heard,
Oh, did I say it wrong?
Well, I was trying to give you a different chord to
I don't give a shit. How about that?
First cuss of the night.
How about that chord
I think I've cussed a couple of times because I said some shit about Donald Trump earlier.
Whoa.
No, whenever we talk about Renee,
so now it doesn't matter.
Whenever we talk about Renee, there's
that's
going to
what
be
it was.
cussing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck that guy.
I was talking. See?
What?
About the cuss.
Oh, dump button. Pew.
Billy, we're not on live radio.
Oh.
We don't, no dumb button.
The FCC doesn't matter.
Nope.
Not at all. They don't give a damn.
Nope. I mean, the algorithm will hide it.
Oh, yeah.
If
We
you-
just got
If
demonetized.
you're,
And we will get demonetized. You got to monetize.
You gotta
to
monetize.
get
Monetize.
demonetized.
So we is safe.
Things we've never done.
dear Lord. You guys want to hear about these endorsements? You want to hear who
Oh,
endorsed them?
absolutely.
I want to hear about a bathroom break.
Okay.
What?
Just
Well,
kidding. I just wanted to see what Ambush would say. And
So-
he was like, well,
Let me give you
all
some.
right, give us the endorsements because I do
Which
care.
candidate do you want first?
Trumpleton.
Trump's endorsements.
Yes.
To no surprise, of course, Kid Rock. Hulk Hogan. The Hulk.
You
To
know-
no surprise, Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
A traitor to
Again, to no
everybody and especially labor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Joe Rogan.
Joseph Robinette Rogan.
Yeah.
Well, you did not just Robin.
No, the
She-
fuck I
Rogan.
didn't.
She-
Yeah,
she
yes, the
Robinette
fuck
it.
I did.
She Robinette it.
Joseph Robinette
Fear
Rogan.
Factor.
He's just asking
Rogan.
questions, man.
Stop.
He's just asking questions.
No. Give me a second.
Jamie, who should I vote for? Could you look that up?
That was good. I have a legitimate question. Man said he was not going to endorse.
I think I got to borrow that too.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't going to do that.
He endorsed via a conversation about how great Elon is. He used that as his gateway into the Trump endorsement. Yeah.
Nothing like using the foreigner meddling in our fucking elections as a
Right.
vehicle to talk about how he will support the person that the South African is supporting.
Right.
Tell me more.
Okay. I'll give you Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka has never voted in any election. Suck my dick. Next.
Can somebody?
Brett Favre.
Well,
Steals SNAP benefits, literally, and then pretends like he doesn't know what a fucking SNAP benefit is, except he stole them all.
wait,
crab
is
boils.
he today's old dirty bastard then?
Oh, whoa.
We all remember that, Cribs.
I really feel like this
We
is...
all remember that, Chris.
It got racist.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to you. This is what happens when you have white women on your show.
We keep doing the white women thing.
You know?
That's why
Just gotta throw a little anti-blackness in there real quick.
here for balance.
Okay, here for balance is the funniest fucking thing ever. When talking about anti-black, you're just gonna have to have some balance.
Oh my God.
Brett Favre literally stole from a whole fund for Snap and
I just can't.
TANF and shit. Like he stole from it.
Yeah.
And knowingly.
It was
Let me be very clear. It was
coordinated with officials.
knowingly.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was speaking with the officials, and he was like, how can we make sure I never get caught in this? And they were
It's like
obviously, we just don't ever talk about it. And he was like, fucking sweet titties.
And the conversation is documented to this email.
And then it was like, whoopsie fucking doodles.
Emails aren't real.
They're just electronic letters.
You know, it's not like they're saved in the universe for freaking ever.
Someone's cloud is the cloud is just someone else's computer. Just remember that.
That is
Please do.
Like the cloud could be me.
All right.
Okay? I could be the cloud for you.
just at the house.
Just at the house. Because I really want people to think about it that way. The cloud is someone else's fucking computer. That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's all.
On Amazon server.
And you know how I know this is true? Our IT expert didn't even look up when I said it. So there, I'm right. I'm right.
It's not
can't
a
tell me I'm
literal
not.
cloud.
Not even.
Definitely.
What? I'm sorry. I got caught by the
numbers there?
The in
The numbers.
Okay. More endorsements.
Yeah. My bad.
Big Daddy Favre.
Jake Paul.
That tracks.
Jake Paul, the Jake Paul?
Yeah, definitely.
That tracks.
Benny the Butcher.
That's crazy.
You know, he's
Benny, you know what?
yeah, you know.
Just a real quick, Benny the Butcher, we wanted so much better for you.
Easily.
To continue
much
to be
better.
the white woman.
I would be
who's
interested
Benny
in
the
hearing-
Butcher.
Nope. What?
I am.
She said that with authority. I was
Good.
like,
I was talking to Lily.
Yeah,
Lily said to continue to be the white woman. Who is Benny the Butcher? No, not in this moment. Are we going to explain who he is? You get to have that face.
I can
and you get to
Google
sit
him
right there.
later.
What are you gonna say?
So my thing is I would love to be able to hear the whys. Just having a conversation earlier from the 2016 election and being able to have conversations at that time working in the construction field and, demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hearing logical reasoning.
Oh well, that's gonna be tough.
At that point, no, I was hearing
No, you were
logical
hearing. No,
reasoning.
yeah.
Okay.
And they were informed in terms of at least the conversations that I
For
was
them,
having.
yeah.
It was like, okay,
Made
that
sense
makes
for them.
sense versus just there being some hearsay and
Right.
jumping on the boat for it. So it'd be interesting to hear these people that are on this list that we wouldn't suspect because there's a lot of checks that was like, oh, that checks.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't asked is, did Waka Flocka endorse him previously? Do we know?
I cannot remember. I feel like there was some dancing in the dark with Waka Flocka earlier. I feel like this isn't the first time I've heard him say something politically that I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
He might have had a bit of a flame.
Yeah.
For DT.
And we have been discussing the fact that the Republican Party has been doing a pretty good job just cutting checks and just paying people. We're watching
Their marketing budget is
Yeah,
insane.
we're watching
Listen.
media pundits switch sides completely. Shout out to
Let me
Anna
check
from
them.
TYT. We're watching people just jump off the cliff.
Oh, all we have to do is take a right pivot.
Yeah.
That's it. The money is literally in the right wing. So if we just started, we talked about this before. I want to red pill you and just see how it works. And by that, I mean, put you on the internet as a red pill dude.
Oh, he'll take off.
I know that.
Can to kill it. Yeah. Can to kill it.
The amount of money that is sitting in waiting for any right-wing content creator.
Yeah.
My pillow.
Hello. And I'm not talking just in-house money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking that foreign bread.
Oh,
doing
yes.
big numbers,
Absolutely.
right? So right now we just saw that Dave Rubin, what's the hat? Thank you, Tim Pool. There were a few others. Why would you do this to yourself? Oh my God.
Yes,
Kyle just became Tim Pool directly.
Can we turn the camera around?
We're watching Anna Kasparian do that, but
Dog.
Dave Rubin and Tim Pool getting paid $5 million. $5 million. So Dave Rubin got paid $5 million for 4 videos a month. So $5 million in a year. He's getting that. He's getting.
What?
I'm just.
Tim Pool, when asked, like, so you didn't think that was weird that you were just about to get a contract for almost $30 million? And he was like, no, because obviously I'm that great.
All the time.
The fuck you are, number one. Number two, no, you don't have anybody else trying to give you that.
Yeah, get
and
outta
it's
here.
literally Russia. Like, it's Russian dollars out here so that you can say, fuck Ukraine. And that is what has been happening just in that foreign space. The rest of the space, you're completely funded. Peter Thiel, any of the people with big, long bread that are like, I want this message to be put out there as much as I possibly can, they're going to pay you for that. There is no mechanism on the left that pays you to do propaganda in the way that they do on the right.
Which is wild. It's absolutely wild and self-defeating.
Well, 1,000%, and there are plenty of left-leaning, because the fuck do you mean? If you're a billionaire, you are not left anything. Because in order to be a billionaire, you have to have exploited so many people that if you are a leftist, you would be like, I'm never gonna fucking do that.
Right.
I don't care about my own personal wealth. What I'm not going to do is make sure you can't eat in order for me to have so much money that I can't even count it.
This just in. The thing that you said would happen is happening.
Talk to me nice.
The numbers
The
are
tides.
changing.
The tides are turning.
Shifts.
It's a shift, God damn it.
Adam Schiff.
Harris at 145, Trump at 214. Speaking of tide shifting, Sexy Red stayed with Trump, but Nikki Jam, who endorsed Trump initially, after the whole Puerto Rico is a floating island of trash, decided, you know what, maybe Trump's not my guy, and endorsed Harris.
Which is something.
Okay. I knew he took the endorsement for Trump back. I didn't know that he then endorsed Harris.
Oh.
He did a switch.
He did a switch.
He made the things happen.
Is Nicky Jam Puerto Rican?
I'm not sure.
I know he's reggaeton, but I don't know that he is.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you can't just assume.
I'm not gonna.
It's good. It's good not to.
I will not.
Other endorsements for Harris, Oprah.
Oops.
Big O.
Of course, huh?
Ofra.
Oprah.
And did she trademark O?
Yes.
She definitely
So
did.
we can't
Nope.
I mean,
say O without
Be
paying
clear.
bucks?
I'm saying try it.
And I said it 3 times.
Maybe you can't say O magazine.
Yeah.
Y'all can get flagged.
Who that woman, Harpo? Oh, continue on.
Definitely one Cardi B. Right?
Oh, we've moved. Okay.
Oh, we're in Harris. We're in Harris country.
I'm sorry.
Beyonce, Will I Am, Lady Gaga.
Oh, the
Lady Gaga.
Shout out. Yeah.
Rihanna for sure.
Oh, can we sit real quick? Because I don't know if y'all saw the tweets today.
I saw a couple.
Because Rihanna had time. She had time.
I love it when she
chat
has
to y'all.
time. I love it when she has
She also
time.
made a promise to us. Were you going to mention that? Oh, you saw it.
About her music?
Yeah.
Like she.
Like she'll put more.
First of all, she said if Harris wins, she dropping R9. I think that y'all don't really understand how big of a deal
That's huge.
that is for a lot of people.
Yeah. The Navy gonna go crazy.
I mean, the
speaking
Navy,
of
the Navy
Nines.
went crazy.
Oh yeah.
No, that meant Cap.
And I'm with you, because she ain't about to do none of that shit. She ain't recorded no music, except for lullabies for her babies. She ain't done none of that. She got 2 kids and a man in jail. She is not about to give us...
Is he back in jail?
Is I'm right?
Rocky's not in jail.
Oh, okay.
What did he get locked up for?
Why is Mr. Stop?
Are you kidding me? He's on trial. He's about to be on trial.
ASAP Rocky?
For what?
Oh, y'all.
What is going on? I thought he was having staying home dad, raising
some
his kids.
fisticuffs that turned to other things.
Oh, on that tour. That's just now coming back.
Who is
That
he
was a lot.
filming?
He got locked up for that
Yeah, I
already.
thought-
No, not overseas.
Oh.
Here.
Oh, he's still boom bapping.
Hey.
What ASAP does is get active.
Nah, definitely.
Nah, that's true.
That is
whole
a
crew.
person who doesn't shy away
From the activity.
from the activity.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Mans was out here and supposedly, allegedly, shot a fellow ASAPper. I can't
Wait.
remember the name in this
No.
moment. It's a something. It's a ASAP something.
Oh.
To the Google.
And it's alleged. But the point is, Rihanna's out here. And she number one was like, Harris wins, I'm dropping new music on you hoes.
Please.
Which is a humongous deal to a lot of fucking people. Second, she gave the endorsement that she gave, right? It was like POV. First of all, she's an immigrant. She cannot vote here. She
Right.
is not a U.S. citizen.
Right.
We can come back to talking about how non-U.S. citizens cannot vote, even when your Republican friends tell you that they do. They cannot.
Right.
So she.
You mean all the taxes she pays and she still can't vote, huh?
Imagine
In a world.
paying right into that Social Security system she will never see anything from. Yes,
Crazy.
just like every other immigrant who is not yet to become a citizen, who is just paying taxes and paying into multiple systems they cannot benefit from. And here you have people elsewhere being like, they got food stamps. Number one, I wouldn't give a fuck if they did. No, I take that back. I hope they do.
They don't.
Right.
I know.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
I wish they did, is what I meant to say. I wish they did. They don't.
The migrants get the little,
I wish
the
they
little
got
stipend card they get.
any of the assistance that it gets yelled out here. But no, they can't vote. No, the Democratic Party is not bringing in every Haitian that ate a cat to be able to vote for Kamala Harris. Also, the Haitians aren't eating cats. I mean, in case you were confused.
Please.
I'm going to be honest. I'm still kind of hit with the ASAP news. So the shooting was in 2021. You're correct.
Yeah.
In Hollywood.
Oh,
Which is
in a hotel.
wild.
2020.
I am
I totally
correct.
forgot about it. And he pled 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 1 count of personal use
Ken
of
taught
a
me that
firearm.
semi-automatic firearms are most of the firearms.
They are, I just learned that too.
Yeah, Ken taught me that in a moment of literally on Unrefined. I was like, and this is an AR-15, and you don't need to hunt with it or something. And I was like, it's a semi-automatic weapon. He was like, okay, more?
Real quick.
Let's just do this. Almost all of them are. Like, this
Education
is
level.
not that.
Right.
It sounds so bad, but it's not so bad. Okay.
Trial set to begin.
Betsy Johnson in your state right now owns a bazooka.
Yeah, pretty
Continue.
much. Yeah, trial set
That-
to begin soon. Yikes! I was
An automatic gun.
I was
'Cause
unawares.
You can't actually own those anymore,
Uh-oh.
and she does.
The numbers of we get more
Okay, we have an
updates.
update.
Oregon.
Breaking news! Breaking
numbers.
news! Breaking news!
It was 153.
Meow.
Harris at 153.
Yeah.
She was at 91, so
was at 91
I'm
when
gonna
we
need you to
started.
learn some delivery. She was at 91.
Yeah.
In this moment, we are at 153 delegates. In that time that she jumped from 91 to 153, Trump went from 207 to 214,
Yeah.
which is my favorite trajectory.
More of that.
Let's
More
keep
of
them
that.
right there.
Yes.
More of that.
Yes.
Oh, except for did that say 218 is needed? Oh, this is the House. Okay.
Yeah, for the House.
I'm sorry, y'all. I looked at a thing that was not the same thing. I got worried big time for a second. We are, in fact, on the path to 270.
We are.
We are officially on the path.
But we are also fastly approaching, I think. Actually, I don't know what time we started. But I think we're fastly
A little after
approaching our
7.
break, which in I would like to make sure we are switching to the local coverage so that we
Oh, when
can
we come back, hell yeah, definitely.
so that we can laugh at Renee Gonzalez
Definitely.
not fucking winning. And
Yes. Go ahead.
if I'm flipping the table, do continue.
So in those endorsers, because I've seen on Kamala's side.
Yeah, I was going through the rest. Go ahead.
I didn't get to finish my.
You was gonna go?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
gonna
I'm gonna let you go
Yeah,
because
so
there's somebody on
We
there
need
I
some
want to
names.
address.
Okay, so we also have John Oliver,
Oh,
Harrison Ford, my guy,
Okay.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, and that.
J Lo, Madonna, Don Omar.
Who?
You know Don Omar.
Oh, yeah.
Bruno Mars?
Don Omar.
I bet
Oh my
Bruno
God.
Mars is
Yeah, the name
definitely.
is-
Omar coming?
Not.
We're talking like some top reggaeton hits.
Oh,
Dale.
Lady
Okay,
Song.
y'all gotta chill out, B.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, first of all,
Oh.
how about you? Madam.
Aaron called you a DEI hire.
Well,
I just
when you're looking at the panel, and I'm
Aaron,
one of the only ones that didn't do the college.
We are pretty woke around
do the
here.
college. Two more endorsements.
Ooh. What?
Okay, two
Arnold
more.
Schwarzenegger
Oh,
and one Monica Lewinsky.
Well, I hope so.
close the laptop, everybody. We've got a winner.
Ken, what did you have?
My thing
Yeah.
was
Which endorsement?
Glorilla not wanting to state out loud her moose knuckle on
Is it time for us?
the television show. Like that was the hardest bar of your song, and you decided to not
I'm literally just gonna start throwing things.
do that.
I'm lost in the sauce. So what happened?
So she was at this was just over the weekend.
All I heard was moose knuckle.
she
House
was
of Blues.
performing.
I'm like,
no.
what
She
do
was
you
performing
mean?
for Kamala.
Okay,
Oh.
And at the
excuse me,
event,
Glorilla?
yes.
nice.
And when she got to the part,
blow?
it was as if she let that part just play out.
Oh, she
And I
didn't
was
say
like,
it.
Oh, she didn't say it.
Yeah, like what? Why'd you slow it down?
Well, I'm gonna say this: why Cardi put on a white suit?
Valid.
You know, like we
It
are
was
in a
hard, too.
different situation.
White suit, red bottom.
But-
She killed
And
it.
to be clear,
So
I'm not
cute.
Cardi.
The fit was
baby,
live. The fit was live. The fit was crazy.
baby.
I'll say this: you got a lot of songs. Why you didn't do another song? Like that's where getting into the question.
Where were they?
That's it.
I just
You
wonder.
know the names of the things. I don't be knowing the names of the things because
Kamala
Hold on.
Harris rally Glorilla. I just
Yep.
wonder if she,
I ain't got no
if
interwebs.
it was Memphis.
Oh.
Wait, is that where she's from?
who? Kamala's from Memphis.
No, Glorilla. No, where's Glorilla from?
She from Memphis.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's from Memphis. So if they were in Memphis,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Oh,
I'm confused.
The cheese state.
Yeah.
Wait, Glorilla was the performer. Okay.
Mike drop.
Glorilla was the performer in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Duh.
not T-Pain. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you, both of you.
Bar.
Thank you.
That was a bar. Yep. You
I
got
appreciate
it.
just
You got it.
Wisconsin, Lily. that's-
Wisconsin.
And this is why I say the Dems gotta up them marketing bucks.
It's true.
The marketing has to fucking change
It
yesterday and actually like 7 years ago.
Yeah, no,
But
for sure.
But definitely the marketing has to. Okay, real quick. Presidential numbers have changed super fast. 46 million for Kamala Harris, 52 million for that other dude. And
It's still too many. God damn it.
no, there's still no West Coast in Washington. Apparently, is
For the
this is for governors. Yeah.
oh, I was gonna say that.
But also, they didn't come in for. They didn't call Washington yet.
No, they haven't.
They're not.
Senate
Washington,
updated.
Oregon, and California are not going to go to Trump.
No.
That's
No.
not how that's going to go. And Arizona might, but it's also questionable. Iowa.
Whoa, they are calling California
Iowa-
and Oregon though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we are.
Yeah.
So, like Iowa, which felt like a very Trump state, like it had a good stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you take away the reproductive rights of women and people that have babies? We're gonna have an issue, and they are not here for the fuck shit. So because they took it and their state was like, oh, I guess you can't do that now. Sorry. Now it's like, oh, that's on the ballot.
Yeah.
Right? And one thing for me that has been interesting is hearing people decide what's on the ballot when all of it is to me, like, and not to me, but like
Looking at the
generally.
Yeah.
Right.
All of that's on the fucking ballot.
Yeah.
Like, yes, people are going to be voting on that. Yes, on abortion. People are going to be voting on what's happening in Gaza. Yes, people are going to be voting on how much money we are giving to war.
Yeah.
How much money we are aiding in multiple genocides, not just one, multiple, just putting our hands and our monies everywhere. And if folks haven't figured out yet, if there is a country on this globe in turmoil, America has something to do with it. America fucking has something to do with it. So like, people are like, I don't want my money to go to those things. I don't want to continue to do this particular style of funding.
Yeah.
Using the word defund makes other people recoil, but like defunding the military in order to fund people eating seems like a good reallocation of money to me. Might seem like something else to someone else. But I continue to see these people come out of the military either one or two ways. You either all the way with the fuck shit, and fuck shit being America's empire and making sure that we keep it.
Right.
Or
The
you like,
brainwashing that
not
you-
even a fucking little bit. Y'all had me over there killing people for no fucking reason.
Right.
No, yeah, it's hella split, right?
It's just split. There's
It's
no
either
real in
bought
between.
into it, or
Or
learned
I
what
was
the
about
reality
it and
was
then
and
learned
was
it.
like, oh, no.
Want no parts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head into break. Let's head into the intermission.
I like your attitude.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
Yeah.
that's smart,
Take a-
especially
take a
knowing that
quick
we have
10.
a very jam-packed second half.
Yeah. Come back
got
with the locals. For
The
sure.
locals, local news,
And
weather,
dances.
and sports.
Yes. And I do want to talk about that Philly situation. I do want to talk about.
Oh, you want to F around and find out?
Somebody got to talk about Larry.
Oh,
We got to do it.
Definitely got to do it.
Shout out to Krasner.
All right.
Can't wait to play militia.
We'll see you guys after the intermission.
We're here with your weather. Here we are today. Kumbaya. Holding hands. Hopefully we'll make it through. Wednesday, it's going to be a workout. We got to figure things out because who knows what we might endure throughout the day. Might be some pack outs. Heading into Thursday, you might have to rest up after getting packed out. Nice little ice cream there. From there, Friday, usually.
They can't see. You gotta get you. Myself.
Getting into Thursday there, or from Thursday, after the pack out may have happened, that nice ice cream to treat the wounds. From there, we're going into Friday. You gotta relax. After working out, we know muscles don't get sore until 2 days later. True. Then we kick into Saturday. That's a good day. Turn up happens. We're high and bright. Depending on how far the activity went, back on this day, you might have to bury someone. Here we are on Sunday, digging a plot, putting them under the trees. And then Monday, we're getting up out of there. All right, on to you, Lil, with sports.
All right, guys. Tonight, in local sports ball, we have our favorite team, the Planets, who have absolutely bombed a full crash to our least favorite team, the Universe, by 11 points. It's an an anomaly. It's a stratosphere.
No!
You keep circling around the planets. And back to everyone.
A game was won.
Well, a game was lost for our favorite team. But what a score that is.
What a score.
You know, it might mirror several races in tonight's election. We're just not sure who yet.
Let's just bring it on back.
Okay. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Can. Weather. Sport ball. Yay.
Is the latest.
Listen, the full News with My Fiance news desk, y'all not ready, is all I know.
It's amazing.
We're here to inform,
Yes.
impart, and
Educate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And possibly
very
incite.
seriously.
And
And
possibly incite.
Speaking of a little education, I'm sorry. I thought that was your.
You
I thought that was
continue
your.
to cut a black woman off. It's
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
They know how I do.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They do.
And we have some very exciting local results.
Right now?
No,
Yes.
very exciting.
Ambush, don't you red mirage me. What
you
do
ready?
we have?
Leading
I have my contacts in, so I cannot see.
leading
At
for
all.
Portland mayor, one Keith Wilson.
Oh, okay.
In second place, Carmen Rubio.
Okay.
And
In third,
Sadiq Ali.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Can we hit show all candidates?
What I
know
didn't
Ali
mean to do
Sadiq.
was yell.
well, he
Where do we see Renee? Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Where's Mingy? Where's Mingy?
Hold on.
Where's Mingy Matt?
What it looks like to
What
me
the-
is the bitch don't rank. What it looks like to me is the two bitches don't rank. What it looks like to me is Portland said, shut the fuck up to the people we don't fucking want.
Glorious.
And this
Yes.
is what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
I don't see a Mingus, a Map. I don't see a Gonzalez, Speedy or non.
okay. I mean, I love it.
Fuck that dude. Fuck everything he's ever been about.
So,
I'm Portland.
We're looking at numbers.
You are
though.
literally right now giving me an entire different thought about you.
Are you having
because-
hope?
Because in what regard? We have voted for two people?
Yeah, that's
the ranked choice and
The ranked choice has brought it down to the two?
It's
Yo.
beautiful.
that's
We're about to
interesting.
see how that ring choice works. Works. La 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 la. Work.
That is exactly
That's
how
how
that
it
song
goes.
goes.
Those are the
Callback.
It's a la la
Nice
la la.
callback.
I am disappointed in the numbers, how they're starting to pan out for Measure 118.
Well, talk to us, Ambush. You got something to tell us?
Yeah, it's losing in the landslide. What was that? Close to 80% said no on that.
To 118?
To 118, which means all those YouTube ads that the corporations paid for were very effective.
Oh, okay. Well,
Very effective. The ones that were very misleading, talking about how this is going to affect small businesses.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say this one more time. I very much wish I had my glasses on. I don't. I am wearing
That's why I'm
contacts
here.
that are like close.
What can I do you for?
Well, what does it say?
79% said no. 20% said yes.
Do we have a
Breakdown?
reporting like what we think is in so far?
What does it
Are we
say?
looking at like 50%
Oh.
reporting?
Is that 59%? Is that what that says?
59% reporting.
59%
Okay.
reporting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're almost at 60% reporting.
Yeah.
This is an Oregon measure, if I'm
It is.
correct.
Yeah.
This is not a city. This is an Oregon
This is an
measure.
Oregon
As a whole.
Yeah.
So this was a tricky bitch, if we're going to be honest about it. Measure 118 is meant to increase a large corporate tax. And that is one of the biggest points of it.
Big business.
You have to have sales of 25 million or more.
Right.
To get an extra tax as a business.
Okay.
And this was to be able to give residents a rebate of in the beginning $1,100 and then up to $1,600 later.
But then you mentioned today in our research before we voted that it would increase. It was meant to increase each year.
Yes.
So what were the counter ads? How were they?
The counter ads were basically like, I am, as a small business, and do listen to my words.
Right.
As a small business, this would impact me in the way that I will have to pass that on to my customer, or I won't be able to afford it.
Downsize my employment.
I will have to fire people. It's a lie.
100%.
100% a lie. $25 million in sales in Oregon. Like, it's very specific.
Yeah.
If you are a small business, you are not $25 million in sales.
Not at all.
Right? Like, you're a small business.
I be wondering sometimes when they be positioning people as, I'm a small business owner, I feel like they need to put their registry number on there also. So
right.
that we're not left with this idea. Are you an actor or are you an actual?
Right.
Yeah, that's.
So there's
I
that.
heard it
Don't look for
defined
that.
at one point via the old NPR that a small business was $1 million in sales to 5. I can't remember.
Okay.
And at that point, I was running the family flower shop.
Okay.
And I was like, so then what
Shout
are
out
we,
to
a
Flowers and
nano
Clay.
business? Like, what are we talking about?
Nano business.
We were, in fact, a
Enterprises.
nano business
Yeah.
in that regard,
Shout
right?
out me, so.
Yeah.
So to be very clear, this was never going to hit the small businesses of Portland, right? This was always going to be, this is a large corporate tax, period.
Yeah.
This is not for a medium-sized business. This
Yeah.
is not for a small business.
Yeah.
And every ad that I saw was, small businesses are going to suffer. Small
businesses gonna
businesses
be
won't be able
impacted.
to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And the issue for me was, one, that was not true. So knew that wasn't true. Okay, cool. The issue for me when it came to Measure 118 was, we're talking about giving people money, everybody money.
Right. Everybody.
Everybody, you are a resident, an Oregon resident, you're getting this money. Doesn't matter your tax bracket.
Yep. Millionaire to houseless.
Right. So for me, none of us are free until we're all free. If we're not talking about everybody, then we're not talking about doing anything.
Yeah.
So I don't care if the people that don't need that money get that money.
Right.
As long as the people that do need that money get that money.
Yeah.
However, the tricky part was, is this going to change people's tax bracket? Because is this income, which will change the poorest of us, will no longer get their Medicare, will no longer get their SNAP benefits, will no longer be eligible for rent assistance, those kind of things, right? So that was what I was most concerned about. If this changes your situation to which you no longer can qualify for the kind of assistance that you need year round,
Yeah.
Right.
in order for this $1,100, $1,200, $1,600 to come to you once,
Right.
I'm looking at that sideways.
Yeah.
In the verbiage, it says that anyone who is affected federally by that, Oregon, the state, is going to make up that money. So you, as a person who receives any of that assistance, you're not going to lose it, because Oregon, the state, is going to make sure they pay for it out of this fund.
Yeah.
I didn't learn that until yesterday.
Right. Right. That wasn't put out there.
None of,
Yeah.
and do forgive me, fiancés, for not being all the way on top of every single measure and every single person and all of the things that I wish I was able to do. In what we know in this moment, that particular measure changes the game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And as long as they don't lose other benefits, because that was my big deal. I'm like, well, if you lose SNAP throughout the year, ain't worth it.
It wasn't only your big deal, though. Like, I had a conversation with a woman who works at DHS.
Okay.
And she works at DHS in the way that she manages the team that they're the front line. So if you feel like you need benefits, you go to this team first to see if there's even eligibility, right? So she manages eligibility. And she said, we need to be very, very careful about universal income. There's a measure on the ballot where it's veiled as something that would do great things or help boost, monthly income. However, it's written as income, so it would disqualify our absolute poorest from receiving benefits.
Receiving the benefits they need to continue to live.
Right. Gotcha. And so her example was, let's say that's $1,000 a month, which it wasn't, right? That's not how this was written. Right. But let's say it's $1,000 a month. We know there's been other pilot cities throughout the U.S. who's done a universal income.
And it was numbers like that.
Right. And it was numbers very, very similar to that. She said, if this is written as income, then you end up doing your poorest population a bigger disservice, because what median rent in any of these cities is $1,000. Right. So if you're getting $1,000, right? If you're getting $1,000, you are still not able to rent somewhere, right, and you're losing benefits. She said that measures like this, and granted we learned later that it's not written this way, but measures like this are written from a middle-class income point of view, right? Because a lot of the people that are writing measures like this can't even identify with what it is to be middle class.
Right.
So would that be helpful?
Certainly can identify what it means to be poor.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Would that be helpful for your lower middle class families, your middle class families? Absolutely.
Right.
Because they're not using those benefits that these other people, the people who are even lower would not, income-wise, would not qualify for anymore. So,
shout out to Nina in the chat.
Shut up. Nina.
Nina said 118 also had a lot of opposition from progressive groups because it drains the general fund by introducing an either-or scenario for this tax, or the corporate minimum tax, which funds schools and such. Just unfortunately coincides with the big corporate folks and their shit. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nina, per usual, correct.
Means.
This was a tricky one.
yeah.
So I had gotten to the point where I wanted to see this pass, because I was under the understanding that Oregon is going to make sure that any of the federal dollars that would have put a person in position of not being able to continue to get the federal benefits, they would take care of that. So I'm on board.
Right.
Because what I want to see is what we are able to do. There have been multiple pilot programs of universal basic income. Okay. This is not universal basic income, to be clear.
No.
This is one annual payment of beginning $1,100, then $1,600, then $1,600 and some change.
It also depended on how many people were in your house.
Right.
Thank you, Lily. Because I'd be forgetting some of the details
So
that
I
matter
think
so much to me.
That first year cap was $6,400. If you had 4 or more people in your home, you could get as much as $6,400.
Okay.
Okay, well, now I'm feeling like I never read anything on this, because that's a number I didn't see. And that, 6,400?
But again, for a year.
USDs?
USDs.
For 4 or more people. Unless Nina wants to correct me.
And she will.
Hey, I'm up for it.
And we
Always.
will take it. Where I ended up with this one was like, I think I want to see this happen. And the reason why I wanted to, well, number one, I want to always get people money. Like that is one of the things that I think is wrong with this, not just this country, but the way that we govern is on some legitimate, like, I'm just going to make sure you do need it. I'm just going to make sure you, instead of I'm going to make sure you don't, because people were super mad that rich people were going to get that money.
Right. Right.
Again, my thought is none of us are free until we're all free. Dollar amounts on a page does not mean dollar amounts in your pocket. Does not mean dollar amounts that you can actually spend, right? And so one of the things I'll never forget when the pandemic began, one of my babies, homegirl from forever, who lives in San Francisco, and she was like, I make too much money to receive a stimulus, but I'm check to check here.
Right.
And she's 6 figures in and can't keep her and her kids anywhere because it's too expensive to live in that particular part of the country.
6 figures used to be a statement.
Man.
The statement was loud,
Caps.
too.
Bold. Triple underline.
Used to mean something.
Bold, italics.
Big.
Nah, italics makes it not. It's standing on.
Okay. Well, you know, I just meant there were accents. There were lots of but I feel you.
No, it used to be a hell of a statement.
Yeah, that was.
Used to be a big statement.
Yeah.
But depending on where
Especially
you live,
if 6'5" was in front of it, like 6'5", 2 figure, cleanup crew.
depending on where you live in the country, those 6 figures might put you in a place where you making 52 somewhere else, right? So that was my big eye opener during the pandemic, where we're means testing, which was so fucked up in the first place.
Michelle just said that in the chat.
Your means
fucking means
testing. Your means, that's crazy. Because
like
my shit is
2 minutes before.
My shit is turned off. So that's even more amazing. Your means testing. I have a big, huge issue with means testing, period, point blank. Period,
Define
point
that.
blank. Means testing is, do you need this or not? So we're going to do some sort of income restriction.
Qualifiers, yeah.
Qualifier. There's going to be a, do you work full time? Do you make X amount of money? Do you spend X amount of money? Do you do, right?
Yeah.
It's always based on earn, though,
But
and never ever based on what your output is, not your cost of living.
It's always your gross. It's never your net. And it's never given a fuck about what you actually spend in your life, right? So means testing for me has always been bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's always, like, as I watch it get employed, it is a factor to be like, these middle-class people aren't going to get the thing.
Right.
These lower rich, I don't know what those people are called.
Middle class.
No, they're not.
I know.
Not now.
I know.
I feel like that might have been a thing then, or a while ago.
There just is no middle class
Like
anymore.
Upper middle.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is what I mean.
Yeah, I remember that.
You mean like
I do.
new money versus old money?
I also mean that.
I'm a fan of
New money is those little skinny letters, numbers on their.
It's like you guys have had fun
address
playing
sign.
with this for a little bit.
Old money. Got
You don't
the
know what it
weather-
really
weather
is like to
wood.
play with this.
And some bricks.
New money's definitely wood and brick.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean old
The
money.
old money
Did I
is
say?
wood and brick.
Yeah.
Old
Old
money
money
is the wood
is
and brick.
definitely a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But means testing is a thing that we just shout out to austerity. That's what this fucking government does.
Yes.
And it's like, do you actually need this? Huh?
Right.
But we don't actually mean that, because we're just basing this on gross numbers that mean absolutely nothing to your actual life. So your gross take home versus your net take home, right, is a thing.
Yeah.
And then you think about that across the board of people who are in under poverty line or at poverty line.
Yeah.
And you want to like split fucking hairs. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I don't care if people who don't deserve the money get the money. I actually don't give a shit.
Right.
As long as the people who need it get it.
Yeah.
I don't care if people that 1,600 could mean they could hold it, which is exactly what we know that rich people do. They don't spend money. They spent it.
Right.
They did it.
Right.
They already did it. They bought the boat. They bought you know what I'm saying? Like they have the things.
And the people who need it are going to pour it right back into the economy.
Because they have no other option.
Right. You're not even going to go buy stocks. Like,
Who are the consumers?
Right.
It's the people who don't have the fucking money who consume the most things because we need those things to continue to live.
We got to be hella aware, though, about the loudest voices in the room, right, though? So when people are shouting from the rooftops, I don't want to see these rich people get more money.
Right.
If we are just going by the numbers, which is often presented to us as the 1%, we're going to be upset that the 1% gets $1,600 a year when the 99% actually could need it.
Right.
What are we even talking about? Like, stop yelling at me about numbers when you're not serious about numbers.
You're completely fucking unserious about numbers, and you don't even a little bit mean to be like, oh, I don't like. The people that say that don't give a fuck that it's going to be rich people getting that money.
Because they are them.
Because they don't want, thank you. Because they don't want non-rich people getting that money. Mm-hmm. And when I say that amount of money is literal pocket change to wealthy people.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking $1,100 to someone who...
It's at dinner?
Right.
Drinks.
I literally said that
on a wedding.
Bottle of wine.
That's lunch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bottle of wine. Yeah. I do not think you understand.
Nah, real talk.
Reserve bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Maybe
phenomenal tequila.
4 fucking incredible whiskeys.
Imported whiskey, straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1,100.
Cuban cigars.
Right?
Statue
of
Superman.
You can't get that for $1,100.
24K.
Made out of paper mache and painted by fifth graders.
Their third grader did that.
That's locally sourced. That was going to be locally sourced.
Yes. And now every time I'm going to ask Ambush to leave.
Shout out to EGC in the chat. They just said, hopefully we see a rewritten measure 118 in the future.
That's what I'm looking for.
Thoughtfully written.
Yeah, thoughtfully written. Because the way that it was written was confusing as shit for anyone who immediately thought of people that don't make a ton of money, right? Like immediately you're like, okay, well, what does this mean for a person who has SNAP? What does this mean for a person who's getting state insurance?
Yeah. Right.
If you're getting state insurance, that's income restricted, means testing.
Right.
Yeah. So if the means apparently all of a sudden look like made too much, you're gone. So you can't see your doctor anymore. You can't get your meds. You can't do any of those things all to get this little one-time payment of money. It should have never been in that position.
You know, hearing something like this, and for you being someone that's in the mix and knows the stuffs, and to still have some confusion around it, it puts me in a space of I wish that I hope that we're going to get to a point fairly quick for these measures that are for the people, that they deal with the people, because this is a TikTok clip explaining and breaking down in 20 seconds of what this actually means, that then will put it in a language in which we could all process and understand, therefore be able to know what it is that it's
what to vote for.
Versus and I get that this is why the language is set up in the way that it's set up, so that it is confusing, and those that know will know, and those who don't.
Yeah.
But I do hope that there is just a shift in terms of these groups that are putting these measures together, and them actually utilizing the way that we're consuming information now. It's not these 20-minute sessions of it's
it's so short.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's that.
for real.
Quick, we need it
It's so
bite-sized,
short
we need it
and-
concise,
Yeah.
effective. Make
Give
sure you
me a
understand your
concise
audience.
understanding
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
what it is that you're trying to say, and I'm gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in. But if you can't, and I'm in the position of not understanding what this means, and I don't have the time to like figure it out because I work 2, maybe more than that jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and that,
I just move forward.
Yeah.
yeah.
It isn't even like the amount of people that will skip shit on a ballot, right? Like they're just like, oh, I don't even know what that is, so I just don't even say that.
Yeah.
That'll put us in a place of we could have been somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that again is what makes people like when we were talking about Angelita earlier and Candace earlier, and what they do really
Yes.
well
Yes.
is explain
Yes.
things in a TikTok like 90-second format to educate everybody. That's
Yeah.
what makes them so terrifying to people
Yes.
who are not interested in actual like progression.
That was the first time I saw any public conversation around Measure 118 specifically.
Yeah.
And Angelita was against it for the
Those
reasons of,
reasons.
it could knock people off their benefits. But she did also say she had concerns about people who didn't need it up in the upper echelon receiving it. And my immediate response was just like yours, Lee, like, we can't be concerned about this
Listen,
slither of people when
If
it
Jordan
affects-
Schnitzer gets
I
$1,600
don't care.
more a year,
don't
Guess
care.
what? He got that shit anyway, bitch. That
Right.
he got
Yeah.
it from a tax refund or a tax implication.
We can't deny him that.
That we
Right.
already gave him on
Yeah.
accident.
It's the same
Like,
thing with Social Security, right? Like we can, but,
But so
it's
that-
literally the same thing.
Yeah.
to your point,
Yeah. Yeah.
literally to your point. So I'm supposed to say you're rich so you don't get it? But in me saying that, that means no one else gets it?
Not
Yeah.
gonna do it.
I ain't with it.
I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah.
People can't retire without Social Security under American capitalism.
Right.
Capitalism, period. But our special brand does a whole different deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you don't get to retire no matter how much you did, no matter how much you paid in, no matter how much you saved. When we come to the actual, it's time for you to retire, this country is waiting to exploit you. So there is no just like easy go to your retirement,
Right.
right? That is why there are 97-year-old Walmart greeters. No shade to Walmart greeters. Literally, but a reason, right? It isn't their boredom. My dad is bored right now. He hasn't ran and got a job yet.
Can't keep him in the house.
Right?
He's so
You can't
bored.
keep him
Can't
in the
keep
house.
Yeah.
You can. That man will have a medical procedure on his heart and be like, "Take me home," and then he's out doing shit.
Yeah. Gotta get the paper.
Yeah, we're literally looking at you, Dad.
Well, how am I supposed to do my word jumble if I don't have the paper in my hand?
Chill.
So I got to walk to get that paper,
Yeah.
right? There are people that, but you retire and you get this is your benefit.
Right.
We're already talking about how people won't get that benefit. And by people, I mean our age people won't get that benefit. And we have paid into it since the beginning of our working careers, right? Just like they paid into it since the beginning of theirs.
Yeah.
And my entire thing is there's enough money, there's all the things, there's all the stuff, and we decide, yeah, do we have that money?
Yeah.
I don't know. Could we use that money somewhere else? Should we give that to Ukraine? Should that money go to Israel? Should that be military money?
That's wild.
Should we use it to form a militia?
I think we should use it to form a militia. Did you
White
know there's
ISIS.
Well, absolutely.
And this is what the fuck I'm talking about. You told me not to say that. Lily said,
Terrible.
absolutely.
I'm here for balance.
Anybody else? Any of the whites in the room
She
want to
said
say
white
that's not
ISIS.
balanced or? No, they don't. All right,
All right.
continue.
Anywho, I like to play militia.
Okay.
Is it a game?
Does anybody else like to play militia?
If I'm going to play
Meal
militia,
Team 6.
where I'm not going to do it is in Philadelphia.
No. God, no.
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 No. They got a DA over there that's not playing games.
Okay.
That's why you moved here,
But
because you
is
couldn't
there-
play militia anymore
But is
over
there
there.
a solid white ISIS in Philadelphia right now? Kensington?
There might be.
Talk to me.
They're not doing that. It's going to be.
No, they're
it's going to be in the
definitely-
burbs.
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
Kensington's high right now. Is
What's
that
the-
not the
what's
word?
the burb of Philly?
Is it not Kensington?
What's a burb?
A burb in Philly, Abington, Lansdowne,
Darby.
Media.
Chester.
Yeah, those are burbs.
Yeah.
But it's not like burbs.
Okay.
It's not like burbs.
Yeah, nah.
So
It's not. So we're talking a difference between, say, a Tigard and a Beaverton.
okay.
Oh, Beaverton.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a very solid understanding that
Okay.
Tigard, that's a suburb.
Yeah.
James Lambert
sure.
said, "We prefer the term melanin challenged versus white ISIS."
Like a lot.
Okay, James,
Like a lot.
you fucking
Yeah.
win this round.
Translucent.
James.
Like a lot.
Translucent.
Well,
I feel like jellyfish.
James, I feel like you got to talk to her because she's wrong, right? Lily,
I'm wrong?
Lily is wrong.
Oh
Translucent. I can't see through you.
But anyway, real
You-
quick, go ahead. Shout out, we're at 92 subscribers. We got,
I'm sorry, what?
We're at 92. We're trying to get 100
Okay,
by the end
wait.
of the year.
I feel like we got to thank
we gotta
Ken
cut
and
that
Lily
out.
No,
for
we
that one.
absolutely have to thank Ken and Lily.
We absolutely have to thank Ken and Lily for that.
Yeah.
We were at 85 for
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
87 for 2 weeks in a row.
Excuse me.
And then you add 2 segments to the show. You add sports ball, the weather.
fucking-
You know?
Right,
Look what the
one
fuck
more
is
time.
going on.
You know?
Because you know what? I'm a wonderful producer.
Yeah. So
And I make amazing shows.
we do have that drop.
Valid.
I'm a wonderful producer.
There it is. So in Philadelphia, the progressive DA, and Larry came in after I left Philly.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that I started hearing about, progressive DAs and just like, wait, but wait, he wants to do what? Absolutely amazing. I got here. When did what's my guy's name? The DA we just lost.
Mike Schmidt.
When did Schmidt come in?
Same time.
Okay. All right.
He and Larry were the same
Schmidt's
time.
owner?
Oh yeah. She's
Definitely.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
this is what
Signs
happens
work.
when you don't live in
Yeah,
Portland.
those signs work. People
The
support-
Schmidt Show.
People for
Schmidt's
landlords work.
That
Yeah.
was-
The
hard.
Schmidt Schmo show really
Yeah.
fucked off.
Yeah.
No, that was
An
in a bag.
entire
whoever-
DA that was
whoever
doing
them
something
people
that mattered for
was.
fucking once.
Right. So like Larry
counter-marketing.
is not playing. He's not playing games. We have a piece of audio that you guys will be able to hear of a press conference he did in preparation for tonight. Now we need to turn our speaker up a little bit.
People to be reassured that when they get up tomorrow to go vote, if they have not voted already, that everybody in this city is working and has been working for months to make sure that there will be nothing tough about that experience and nothing to fear in that experience. But I also want to be clear, anybody who thinks it's time to play militia, F around and find out. Anybody who thinks it's time to insult, to deride, to mistreat, to threaten people, F around and find out. We do have the cuffs, we do have the jail cells, we do have the Philly juries, and we have the state prisons.
My man said we got state prison.
So if you're going to try to turn an election into some form of coercion, if you're going to try to bully people, bully votes or voters, you're going to try to erase votes, you're going to try any of that nonsense, we're not playing. F around and find out. We are in a position where we
at 3
cannot
right now.
forget the reality of what occurred on January 6th. We cannot forget the reality that there is controversy about elections in the United States. And we cannot forget the reality that it is our job to make sure in a nonpartisan way that every vote is counted. We do not care I am now wearing my nonpartisan hat. I wear two.
Yes.
But this is my nonpartisan hat. We do not care
Do not care.
who gets your vote. We care that you get to vote. That is the most
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah.
If I could say a thing real fast.
Say it. Start over.
Ambush and I were incredibly lucky enough to interview one Larry Krasner.
Yeah.
And
So fancy.
Mans is exactly that.
Join the Patreon to see the interview. I'll put it in there.
Ooh, I like your attitude.
That's hard.
Subscribe as well.
Join it at a paid level to see it. Nah, we got to interview him, and he was exactly that the entire time.
That's dope.
My man was in his office sitting there like, "Hey man, I don't know what they want from me, okay? I'm not here to put people in jail the way that they want to put people in jail. I want to deal with the things that are things, and the things that aren't get dealt with this way."
Yeah.
So for him to be like, fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially on a day that this man lost. He lost in court
Yeah.
against Elon
Yeah.
because the only, so far that I know, DA,
Yeah. The only challenge we've
the
seen so
only
far.
challenge we have seen to Elon Musk's sweepstakes,
Million.
I was about to say 1,000. $1 million a day sweepstakes.
Yeah.
For registered voters only, and if you signed the petition for, I don't know, guns and drugs, whatever he wanted you to sign a petition
Boats
for.
and hoes. Whatever.
Why
Boats
doesn't
and
that
hoes.
happen here?
Tacos and tequilas, mudang. It
Right.
doesn't fucking matter. What it was is you had to be a registered voter to be a part of it, which means you are getting people to register to vote in order to use that vehicle for the $1 million sweepstakes, right?
Right.
Which isn't necessarily illegal, but is also fucked. So if you are getting people, if you are bribing people to register to vote, that's against it. And it is the law. If you are, right? Like
Yeah,
you can't
no, 100%.
bribe people to do that.
100%.
The way that he tried to, like, it worked. It worked. In court, it worked. They finagled it. They basically said that this is, nobody has to pay to enter. No one has to do X, Y, Z. And so it really is just a giveaway. You have to do two things in order to do the giveaway. You have to be a registered voter. So if you aren't registered, you have to register. And you have to sign this petition for, like I said, guns and drugs. Just
Right.
Boobs and boats.
You said boobs and boats?
Yeah.
titties and tacos.
These nuts.
Vagina.
Vagina. Where was the other
So-
B word? Violence and vagina? You got it was
Violence.
I didn't need the alliteration at that point. I mean, like, vagina is its own word.
It is.
We don't need to talk about it.
Double
We don't need to
entendre.
add to,
double entendre.
you know? Quadruple entendre. It does what it does. And nobody can fuck with it.
It's true.
No.
So moving
true.
on.
They can
So we got about 10 minutes left of the show. We're gonna check back in.
1,000 minutes left of the show.
We're gonna check back
You heard it
in
here first.
with national numbers,
Yes.
and then close with some local numbers.
Oh, because I have local numbers. So
And maybe
I'll wait.
close with some very local numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very local means your mom. But I do have.
Okay, I see Bonamici's back.
Oh,
Great.
Bonamici's been here.
Okay, every single body with better vision than me must be
Oh,
a
shit.
part of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
closing.
wait. Oh, bitch, we got a race.
It's closing.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Jess, give me the goods.
We're looking.
In this very fucking second, I want you to understand 2 hours goes by real fucking fast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We have gone from, it sounded like you were doing spray paint.
I'm
We
over
have,
here
like, it
graffitiing.
literally sounded like she was spray painting over
Wait
there. I was
till
like,
you
this
see
is
my
in
mural.
what regard? Okay, so we have literally gone from Kamala Harris was at 91 electoral college votes, which, I feel like we were supposed to talk about the electoral college tonight. Didn't get to it all the way.
It's a shame.
Trump is at 230, bitch. We 20 point.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking 20 electoral college votes. So what we see in this moment, Washington, Oregon, California, as expected, being called for Harris. Colorado and New Mexico being called for Harris. Arizona, questionable. We're sitting in the Cameron pink. We're not sure. We don't know. We're not all the way red. But let me tell you, Arizona is the fucking Florida of the West Coast. Them bitches is red, and they voting against their own interest. They keep doing it. That's going for Trump. Nevada's a question mark. I think for everything.
Always
And forever. What is wild to me is to see how
I had to get my login.
just how red the entire map is.
Yeah.
And this isn't new. We know it. It's coastal.
Yeah.
Because where do people live?
On the coast.
Majority of people live on the coast. So these teeny tiny states on the East Coast, where there's 1,000 of them in a cluster, and you're like, there's not that many people in Vermont, or there's not that many people in New Hampshire. Maybe not as many as you thought, but all of those continuously, blue, blue, blue. The West Coast, I haven't seen it be anything other than what we're looking at. Do understand that Oregon as a state, we would call it a red state.
Yeah.
And we call Portland a blue city. Yacht, right? But in the grand scheme of things, this particular map is not different than any other year so much.
Yeah.
So I'm not that fucking scared, in all honesty. I'm not that worried that this isn't. I know they didn't count all the ballots.
Yeah.
I know they don't have all the mail-ins. Yeah. I know that. So as long as we don't have Roger Stone, and do understand when I say this, as long as we don't have Roger Stone doing the same strategy as back then, where we stop the steal, but we also stop the count, keep the count, depending on the state.
Right.
As long as this isn't the tactic, even looking at it the way that we see it right this second, where so much of it is red and so little is blue, that can still be a Kamala Harris
we
winner.
seeing what them numbers are, even with what seems to be a little bit of blue.
Right.
Big numbers on the board.
Yeah.
Because California is the size of half the country. I don't know if everyone understands this or not. There are 3 different
parts.
California regions.
Yes.
Within that, just like there's, I don't know, maybe 6 different Texas regions.
Yeah.
Like Texas is a million different places. California's many thousand different places, right? Like those are 2 states that are so big and so dense.
Yeah.
Fam,
sometimes I'll be watching stuff and they'll be like, so California. And I'm like, I've never heard of that city in my life.
I got that today.
What are we talking about?
Where is Talent, Oregon? What is a Talent, Oregon?
Are you serious?
Obviously.
Tell her.
Okay, well, the only reason why I ask is because there were wildfires, like...
Well, there's...
No, like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And Talent was decimated, which is when it came... That is when that town came to my...
And I'm going to say that that is familiar.
Okay.
And I likely looked up where it was then.
I think it's like Ashland.
On today, when
now?
I'm reading Talent, Oregon, I was like, where the fuck even is it?
Where's your recall?
Not here. But is it? Is Talent, Oregon near...
I think it's Ashland-y.
Ashland-y?
Yeah. Medford-y.
Okay, well, we got differences here.
Ashfordy.
One has sulfur in the water, one doesn't.
Could you
One is also
scroll
known
up
for its
District 2? Back up to District
Meth,
2.
and the other one is known for its Shakespeare.
They tripled
Yes.
up. How's that split?
It is. We've been.
Might have been.
We've seen.
Shout out to
Seen.
Mr. Cresswell.
And some local situations here.
Jeff.
District 2, right?
D2.
Some D2.
Well, that's where I live.
Yeah.
No.
It's a three-way tie. I know.
No! Fuck!
Yeah.
Son of a motherless
Three-way.
goat.
Dan Ryan's in
Fuck,
there.
fuck, fuck,
No.
fuck, fuck.
No,
Portland,
you know
what the
what?
fuck? Why does this look like a fucking even race, too?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you have Samir at number 1?
Bruh, you know
and
what?
Dan Ryan even rated you, bitch? Are you out of your mind?
Are we discounting Elena?
Discounting?
Well, she's in there.
No. I'm saying that is what made me go, no!
Oh, 1,000%. That was my next move. I thought you were about to say something nice about her.
No,
Fuck
God,
that
I don't have anything
motherfucker.
nice to say
What
about
I'm
her.
not gonna do
Oh,
is the pamphlet that I got that was like, shout out to the progressives. Dan Ryan, bitch, fuck you. Sam Adams, bitch, fuck you. And Elena, bitch, fuck you.
What race?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's find out where Sam Adams is.
He's a it's a
Counselor?
County
Commissioner.
commissioner. Wait,
Okay.
wait,
Also
let's not.
Veer?
So
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about.
good, Shannon Singleton. Okay.
Real quick, Jess, I'm going to ask you to go back up to the top so that we can go through that by district, right?
yeah.
well, we don't have that time. We don't have that time.
Don't we?
What?
No.
What?
Oh,
Wait, but I
okay.
didn't see Eli on 4. I didn't see him in one of the top 3.
District 1,
Sorry.
what we have in leaders.
Candace.
Candace Avalos, Lily, I don't have my glasses on.
Loretta
Smith.
Loretta
And
Smith.
Jamie.
And Jamie Dunphy.
Okay.
Messes
District
with Jamie
2.
Dunphy. So I'm happy.
Someone else read it. Samir,
Samir, Elena.
Elaine, whatever,
Ryan.
and
Dan
Dan Ryan.
Ryan.
So we're fucked, Portland.
Sorry,
Are you out of your
Mariah.
fuck? District 3.
Tiffany.
Tiffany,
Angelita.
and
Yes.
Steve Novak's back, potentially.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep.
District 4, we
Four.
have.
Olivia Clark, Miss
I
Green, and Eric Zimmerman.
Don't see Eli, and that makes me so
I don't
happy.
see Eli, and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Fuck cops. I'm not looking for you to be on city council. Don't care if you ride bikes, you walk,
This
or
is
you drive a
wild
fucking
for
Crown
the night,
Vic.
though.
This is wild money. I don't understand where these people in these districts live
We
or
have, like,
what they fucking read or watched.
A third reporting, it looks like, at this point. At least
Okay.
in the last 2.
All right, so let's get us down. Ambush told us time is a ticking.
And
Multnomah-
we do have one important one after this.
Okay.
Just, you go through your list real quick. Bam.
No, that's what I had for the most part. I wanted to make sure we hit. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it's incredibly important that we talk about
the
Multnomah County Commissioner District 2, where
Oh, yes.
a sexual predator is
losing.
like, I like jobs, give me one. And so much of Portland was like, fucking obviously, you were a mayor, so we want to suck your dick. Right this fucking second, Shannon Singleton winning, thank you to the universe, somebody's God, all the things. Because what we can't do is continue to put sexual predators in positions of power where we already know they abuse them.
Yeah, facts.
We
All
can move
facts.
forward.
All facts.
We can move
All
forward.
facts. Man, this. Could we get
Where's the
one
mayor?
last
Where's
look?
the mayoral?
Oh, mayoral. I think we had. Who is it?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. Keith and Carmen. And it looks like Keith is in the lead, 62%.
Because Portland just absolutely can't even a little bit look for someone who doesn't look like Ted Wheeler or Sam Adams. Like, we just gonna keep fucking recycling the same white man to do the same white man things of that particular brand of white man. We're just gonna keep doing that and be like, oh, okay, this time he won't be as bad. The fuck?
Well, in fairness,
No, ain't no fucking fairness. Of the people, Keith Wilson is literally
Keith's.
like, what I will do is lock you the fuck up as
Okay.
a poor.
But-
and so I got no fucking nothing for you.
But where he stands versus what we currently have and what we could have gotten from either Mingus,
lesser of two evils
either
can
Mingus,
suck my biggest black
either
dick.
Mingus,
I'm not.
Is it?
or
Is the biggest one in this room.
or Renee.
You want to ask me more questions about my big dick?
Either Mingus. Well,
Is it cut or
My dick is the biggest in the room. It does everything anybody else's does, but more.
These nuts
Thank
are
you.
equally
Titty
as
fucks
big.
Lily, all the things.
Whoa, these nuts. I'm trying to talk
Sorry,
what you got, Lil?
that one's on me.
Before we close out.
Well, the most important race
Weather?
of our local, of our local agenda.
Yes.
Also ranked choice voting.
Oh, what the?
Well,
I'm listening.
in an election evening, things can shift.
yes,
Right?
quick and fast.
They can.
To be
Quick and
fair,
They can.
They can shift.
They can shift.
Watched it happen over the eve. So this being your show, of course.
Sexism abounds. Go on.
Well, talk to your
Yeah,
audience.
misogynoir. Go on.
Talk to your audience.
Misogynagars.
This is where we're at. However, we learned that it's directly because of Ken and I that you have more subscribers.
Yeah.
You're
We did
closer
learn
to
that.
your goal.
Inarguable.
Okay.
Inarguable. fact.
Inarguable. Inarguable.
So,
Close the laptop on that.
maybe you should. If you will, I would like to.
I was like, close all laptops.
I would just further. This
Go on.
We're gonna make
It might work. Then.
Always give the white woman the floor. You know?
I'm good for balance. New subscribers, they get number one,
Nice.
right?
We do rank choice.
Shout out to the MBs.
I like to tout myself as being an improv queen. However, Cam fucking nailed that.
Yo,
Whether-
give it to him.
Cam gets a number two.
How you feel about that trophy? You feel good about it?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
It feels right, right?
It's something to go on a resume.
You know?
Same. Clearly I'm number three.
Obvious.
Costume changes. Multiple.
Balance is the
Well, to be fair,
word.
3 costume changes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And these nuts are taking it.
These nuts are taken.
Now this is wild. This is so crazy because you guys were the hosts.
And we got
And if
crossed
you're
out.
just going by rank choice.
Morgan.
All got dropped out.
Morgan. Oh, damn, I don't get a new.
Because I am down with the patriarchy. We're gonna make Morgan number 5.
This is what we talking about. Nobody else is clapping. Morgan. Yeah.
Oh,
Woo.
you know what?
Woo.
We're effed. You guys are gonna tie because
There's only 4.
there's only 4 new subscribers.
Yeah.
They
Duel.
do it.
Yeah.
So Morgan.
Y'all gotta arm wrestle for it.
I get dropped off?
Arm
Oh,
wrestle.
you're on 4.
Arm wrestle.
Oh, okay.
And so
Arm
does
wrestle.
Cam.
Yeah.
Arm wrestle.
Oh.
So we can't. So we
Now I
can't
don't
each
like
other
it.
out.
Now I don't like it. I'm out.
Last time, well, you guys are one anyway. Your fiance, right?
Yeah.
You are one.
It makes
Fiances.
sense. All right. Man,
We did
it. We did it. This was election night. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you so much. I'm
Did
feeling a
we
lot
actually
better
touch any of the topics we were
than-
supposed to?
Absolutely,
Yes.
like 2 of them.
Okay.
I'm feeling a lot better than I did going into this, and I hope
Is
you
it-
are too.
Is
I
it
really hope
because
you
you
are
had
too.
your Mudang shirt?
Absolutely.
God, he's so cute. That little guy is so cute.
We cannot.
I
start.
want one.
I'm gonna go over.
Oh, maybe she's so cute.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
she's-
Mudang
she-
is.
But
a
she
shirt.
has an older brother, and you.
Well,
Yeah.
he's the original. Fair.
Okay.
So
wow.
cute.
Yeah.
Lily said she's up with the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Well,
So
here
this
comes
is
the
another
baby
episode.
hippos.
Thank you guys for joining us, everyone in the chat for sure. Thank you for another episode. It's another episode of News of My Fiance, Monday night, Raw live, in person, live Raw. It's in the book.
Election
It's done.
special.
Election special. Thank you for spending time with us. This episode was made possible by our
Lily
in-studio
and Cam-
crew, which was our entire crew.
It's literally-
in studio
If I could just have a moment.
tonight.
Can I? Where? If I could just have a moment.
Me too.
We'll share it. We usually have 2. We now have 3. Tonight, 4 on you hoes. 4 actual working full-blown
Gang,
production.
Gang.
Gang. Yes.
It's amazing.
Twins.
Yeah.
Michelle on the teleprompter, aka
Listen,
Yes.
weather, sport ball,
Yeah.
ranked choice,
Graphics.
your
She's on
mom,
graphics. Michelle's on
everything.
graphics.
We got Michelle on graphics. We
Ross
got
on IT.
Ross on IT.
Yes.
what?
We got Jess on the fucking cameras. We got Kyle on the fucking audio. You hoes can't do this.
AKA the ones and twos.
And
Talk
to
to
your
him.
point, we couldn't do it without you guys.
At all.
So
That part.
thank you.
Thank you.
Want to shout out our studio sponsors, We Out Here Magazine and Spirited Justice for hosting us every week.
Always. Batty, shot o'clock. One more time.
Yes, and of course, big thanks. You at the red one? And of course, big thanks to all of you watching and staying engaged. Follow us on IG at News of My Fiance. You can follow me at Scambeezy. Follow Portland Morgan.
At Portland Morgan.
Lily, where do they follow you on Instagram?
I'm the silliest Lily you know.
At the silliest Lily you know. And Ken.
Find me in these streets where I don't be.
All right.
I technically can on the Instagrams. It's
Yes.
spelled just like it sounds.
Yes.
And if you're
yes.
looking for hot gear,
And the can is a K.
Listen.
That was
to
a great.
the Nines brand.
Also follow the 9 brand at the IXBRAND.
Don't forget.
Don't let the browser mess it up for you and autocorrect it to com.
.co, baby.
Because he lives in England.
What would be so hard as if that was a 9 right now? That would have been
I had a 9 before.
I mean, it was a
It was
6
close.
that would have totaled up.
plus. You
David
know?
Blaine.
But you know the deal. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people.
None of us are free until we're all free.
Correct, Mundo. We will see you Thursday morning on X-Ray.
You will hear us.
7:30 a.m.
I won't be awake.
Thanks for tuning in. And you can catch this show streaming live on YouTube every Monday night from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And our podcast episodes are available everywhere you listen to podcasts except Spotify.